What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. We're going to be doing the disassembly and maintenance of my brand new Artisan Cutlery Revel. Let's get into it. All right, guys. I do recommend WeHot Bits. I have them linked down in the description below. I also have a lot of this stuff that I use to do my maintenance linked for you in case you're interested in that. Forgot to pull out one of these circuit board Q-tips, but it looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward. It looks like T8 hardware. I have not disassembled this yet, so I'm not 100% sure what all is going to go into this one in particular. So I'm going to take this bolt out because I am thinking that is what is holding the pocket clip in place. So we'll start here and see if that is a Chicago screw. Yep, it is, and it is still hardware, which does make sense. It is how they're able to kind of keep the price down on it. I'm just going to leave that together because it seems like it's pulling and I'm trying not to bend the pocket clip. It really doesn't need to come out long as it's unscrewed. So I'm going to take the other T8 out and it is spinning on me. So let me grab my little finger bit linked down below and another T8 to keep the other side from moving. One of the things that I do like to try to do before I take it all the way apart is I do hold it in place and try to just tighten this side up and see if that'll let me just loosen it without having to take the entire assembly apart, but it is continuing to move. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing here. Opposite side, holding that other one in place and pulling this one out. That is weird. Is it all coming apart from this side? Okay. Well, let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. And then let's see if I can take this out from this side. Nope, wants to be disassembled from the show side. Very interesting. Oh, wait. Hold the phone. Let me close it just in case it slips. It does feel a little slick. And the last thing I want to do is cut myself or scratch up my new knife. All right, so it is coming out from this side. I can feel the whole thing moving. Wow. Okay, so disassemble from, oh goodness gracious. Disassemble from the show side, guys. It's definitely coming apart from the show side. All right, then. It does look like there is another screw underneath. Yep, another screw underneath of there to take the pocket clip off, just in case you wondered. We'll go ahead and put all of that back in place. Put the stop pin back in place. And I do intend to... Ooh, are they using Delrin? Hold the phone. Yeah, they are using Delrin washers here, so our bearings. So now I'm wondering if it's even worthwhile to replace them because I actually really like the Delrin ceramic bearings, Delrin washer, guys. What a fantastic assembly. I'm going to just leave it there for a quick screen grab. And let's go ahead and finish cleaning. Let's measure it out, though, for those out there that would like to install the ceramic bearings from Skiff. Nice big detent hole, too. Nice and clean. The whole knife is clean, guys. The whole knife is really clean. Unless I've picked that up with the cloth. Yeah, it is super, super clean. Wow. I mean, it is clean as can be. I almost feel like I didn't need to disassemble this. Well, it's for educational purposes, right? The tool here that you see in front of you that measures the Skiff tools is on Skiff's website. I can't believe how many people still ask me that. It is linked down below. We have a 5mm pivot, and I'm guessing these are 3/64. Nope, they are 1/16 ball. 3/64, 1/16. I have not tracked it yet. 3/64, 5mm 3/64. Let me just see. I might go ahead and swap them. 5mm, 1/16th, 1/16th. I'm grabbing the wrong one. 5mm 1/16th. I am grabbing the wrong one. I was like, those look really thin. I have a bunch of these. I'm just going to go ahead and swap them out. I have them here. I haven't broken it in yet. Let's just go ahead and swap it. Let's just swap it. I know I said I like the Delrin. I do like the Delrin. They're fantastic. You don't need to swap it, guys. You really don't. They should be very smooth. You do get more balls in the pivot, so you do get more stability out of them, but it's not necessary. All right, so there is your bearing size, because I know somebody's going to ask me even though I showed it, and then just to show them side by side so you can see how they compare. Let's try this. There we go. Instead of fighting with it. So you get more balls here. The thickness is about the same as the Delrin, but you get a little bit more stability out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these in this and hang on to them just in case. Delrin are really nice, and actually I'm going to need to write that on there. All right, so we'll put those away in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get back to the rest of this video. Forgot to break out my lube. I do recommend Hops gun oil. It is an applicator that I picked up off of Amazon. Unfortunately, this applicator, really cheap, kind of sucks. Not my favorite. So I'm going to reinstall it the way that it came assembled, just because I think it's going to be a little bit easier to do, to reassemble it the way that it was installed. No captiveness here. I think that's a little bit of a miss here from Artisan. I would have loved to have seen some more captive happening as well. You don't need to do this, but I do just take like a drop and drop it in there just to keep from any potential rattle, but it does feel nice and snug, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. The other way that I work this as well is I just put a little bit on the finger, and then I just kind of work the bearings over my finger until it feels like it's got an okay coating on there. If you have micarta, I would probably say put even less on there than what I'm doing here, and then just go ahead and drop it down on there, and then reinstall your blade, and then take the excess oil that's on there and just use it for the other one. Hops is really nice. It attaches a nice thin layer on there, and you really don't need to use a lot of it. So really good fitment there. I'm going to clean that and just put a little tiny drop in front of the detent ball hole for the detent ball. We have everything that we need here. That's not coming out easily, so I'm going to go ahead, and the detent felt good. I don't feel like that needs to be tuned or anything like that, so I'm just going to go ahead, lift up the lock bar, have that all drop down onto place, and then I'm going to start by reinstalling the pivot first. Nothing felt loose, so I'm just going to reinstall the pivot bolt, and I think I probably did this backwards. I hope it lines up. All right. Hope it lines up. I hope it lines up. Let me just install the smaller hardware bolt first, and then we will check. Is it spinning? No. Okay. Felt like it was spinning for a second. Let me just check. All right, nice and smooth. Nope, we're dead center. Detent feels really good. Action feels really smooth. Detent, again, it does feel good. Can you feel it? A little bit, but I think that's also because, oh, let me check the side to side. No play. I might adjust the lock bar a little bit while I'm here. You guys see me, my wheels were turning. You see the wheels turning. Let me go ahead and just do a little tune to the lock bar. I feel like it could be tuned up ever so slightly, ever so slightly. And I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll update you guys in the live stream and everything like that if I had to do any type of tuning to I'm sorry, if I had to put any thread locker on that pivot bolt. So I'm just gonna move it over slightly. I can't quite see daylight, so I'm just gonna try to work it to almost see some daylight. All right, that moved. That should be enough. I don't want to move it anymore. All right, so that dropped into place. Feels good. Reinstall the pivot screw. Didn't need to be tightened too much. All right, so that's hand tight. Go ahead. We'll see if it made a difference too on the detent to add all. Ooh, trying to be careful because I don't want to cross thread, and I also don't want to scratch up my new knife. All right. Are we centered? Still feels good. Still centered. Can I fail it? Nope. That's definitely a little bit better, and it was just a slight tune, which is all I really want. Let's go ahead and install the last bolt here, and that'll be it, guys. That'll be the disassembly and skiff install, even though it did have the Delrin washers. And now I'm gonna carry it, break it in, use it, and then that way I can kind of get all my thoughts together for the full review. I know I do this backwards posting, but that's because I want to make sure that you guys see the review first, and then you can see any disassembly and maintenance. But I'm really loving the Revel so far, and that maintenance, even though it was a little bit of a fall apart type maintenance because there's nothing captive holding anything in place, and it's a little opposite of what I normally like to do, it was still pretty easy and straightforward. I hope this helped you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like on your way out. Love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.